Welcome back. We're here with Angela Gardner, and we're talking about DISC personality assessment. And she gave us a brief rundown on D's, I's, S's, and C's. I did that backwards, but you know what I mean. And now she's going to tell us a little bit about how she uses that in her business and how that can benefit us and what we can learn. I know that you do marriage and family counseling, not counseling,
workshops.
but workshops.
We're not counselors. We do training, workshops. We basically provide you the tools to communicate better and some red flags so you can see things coming.
Tools to make your life better.
These are totally applicable.
I know all about tools.
Yes, tools like wrenches and stuff.
That's right.
We don't want to use drills.
No pointy objects.
Okay.
So what does an assessment look like, and how do you help us be better communicators?
So an assessment is 24 questions, and we ask in several different ways, basically what you like most and what you like least, because we find that what you like most will change over time, right? Like you may love pizza today, but if I give you pizza for a week, you're going to hate pizza, right? Even though it's your favorite thing. But if you hate Brussels sprouts, if I give you Brussels sprouts for 5 days, most likely you're never ever going to like Brussels sprouts, ever, ever, ever.
Oh, come on, be honest. Don't you love Brussels sprouts? I love Brussels sprouts.
I actually do love
roasted Brussels sprouts.
Every day, every meal?
But not every day.
Not every day, every meal. Okay.
Right. So your things that you really don't like probably will not change drastically over time. That's our baseline. That's who you are wired to be. You are wired to not like Brussels sprouts. So to say, nothing is Brussels sprouts. But pizza changes, right? As you go through seasons, your tastes change, you grow into things, you grow out of things. So that's your environmental style. So we use those two styles, and within 24 questions, we can determine what your chart is. I go through who you are today, who you want to become, and then we pick a program of how you would like to use this information, and we go from there.
So when you say who you want to become, does that mean you can change your designation, or that just means how do you operate within your designation?
How do you use your natural gifts and talents that you were given, and how do you grow? How do you identify what you already are great at? How do you use that? How do you identify where you're not so great, and do you need it, or can we find you a partner to help you fill that void?
So it's not about learning to be somebody else, but how to utilize
learning
the way
how
you're
to be
created.
Yourself.
You were created beautiful, right?
Yes.
So how does this fit in with all of the United States, for instance, business-wise? And
So we have people using it for sales because you can speak to your customers better.
Okay.
You can use it for personal growth to know, well, I need to develop this skill. Do I have that naturally? No, I don't. How do I get that? And then we put you on a performance path for that. It can help you get along with your team. If you're recruiting a team and you need to be a better leader or create leaders within your team, it helps you develop that. Identify in others what your raw materials are that you can encourage and grow, and how to partner people so you get a better result.
So this would be great for small business owners to
absolutely, especially family businesses. But there's a two-layer dynamic there. You have the family dynamic, and then you have business dynamic. And when the two meet, there's a lot of conflict, and we deal a lot with conflict resolution.
So how do you meet these people? Do you Zoom calls or
we Zoom.
online?
I love to travel, so we're in
live
Vegas.
workshops.
Yeah, we do live workshops.
You did a live workshop here in Las Vegas,
Yes.
and we'll talk about why she was here in Las Vegas in just a minute. But any last minute things, because we have a special guest. I'd like to make sure we have time for.
I think I don't want to cut her short because she does some pretty awesome stuff herself.
Our next guest, or joining us, is Hannah Gardner. And Hannah is 11, and she's a DISC trainer in training. She does her own DISC assessments and helps assess children her age, young adults.
Young adults.
Tweens.
She's a tween.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yes.
But she's right. She is the sweetest thing you'll ever meet.
She is.
So tell us a little bit about how you use DISC.
I use DISC to, like, when someone is getting picked on at school, I would do the DISC assessments on them and see how they're getting picked on, and I would find a way to help them get along.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And they understand that it's not about them, right? There's nothing wrong with them. They don't have to change. It's the other person, right?
It's the person doing the picking.
Right. There's some issue, and usually it's a personality clash, and usually the person doing the picking doesn't even realize why they're picking on that other person.
That's awesome, Hannah. I love that. One of the things I really enjoy about hearing some of their stories is they disc movie characters, and we're going to leave you with that. But if you
That's something to chew on, huh?
That's our favorite thing.
so check out. We'll leave the information on the Facebook page, but connect with Angela. We went to a workshop this weekend, and she's here with one of her passions, and one of the things I've passionate. Is that really a English? That I have become passionate about as well. I called 100 Coffees. So what is 100 Coffees, and where did the vision come to? You can hang out, or you can.
Up to you.
I will stay behind.
Okay, so 100 Coffees came about, because of Hannah, actually, because I used to take disc into corporations, and to do that you have to network, and I networked 8 hours a day, or I would be in a corporation consulting and training their staff. Usually when a company merged, or they would get rid of the entire leadership team and a new leader would come in, and of course there's chaos, and so I would be brought in to kind of calm things down, figure out who belonged where, encourage the leader, and then step back and let the leader kind of take over. Well, I can't do that when I decide to homeschool my daughter. So in switching that cap over, I had to learn how to stay home and do business. So to do that, I needed to network online, and so 100 Coffees was born.
What I love about this story is when we talk about when I used to work at the church, we would talk about how if God placed a passion within you, sometimes that was an indication that you were the person that meant to do that. I think that's what your husband said to you, right?
He
You couldn't find
did.
anything like that.
Yes, I was yelling at my computer and saying, how does this work? Why can't anyone talk to me? I just want to have a friend. I don't understand. And he's like, honey, if it doesn't exist, someone needs to create it. And I'm like, I don't even understand Facebook. And he's like, well, I guess you're going to figure it out.
And now Angela's one of my go-to people to figure things out on Facebook. So
Go figure.
So when I think of something that somebody's done, and I say, I wish I'd have thought of that, that's you.
My husband. I can't take credit for that. That would be my husband. Yes.
But he
you
thought about
brought
it.
to fruition.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He pushed me into the spotlight and said,
So
go get him.
what's the vision for 100 Coffees?
We are here to help women, give them a space to be authentic in every part of their life. We start in the closed group of 100 Coffees, let you practice, and then give you a safe space to go out and do it in the real world, and we support you from within the group.
The true. I'm actually an ambassador for 100 Coffees.
Yes.
And it's the vision for this organization. If you have a small business, or is it just for small business
Nope,
owners?
women. If you're
Women
a
in
woman.
general. So if you are a woman and you want to connect with the community, I really highly suggest you connect with Angela, or talk to me. We can get you connected. Ray could even get you connected.
Yes. He just can't come in the group. Sorry, we love you. We'll have to make your own group.
Make your own
You
group.
can talk to Randy about that. He's good at that.
So one of the reasons you're in town is we just had a workshop, 100 Coffees sponsored workshop. You want to talk a little bit about that and how we travel across the country and do workshops?
So we do road shows because I love to travel and I love to meet. We meet online all the time. It's fun to meet in person and get a face-to-face. So when we come to your town, especially Vegas, we usually do 3 events. A family event because we're all about family and letting women do what they do from wherever they want to do it from. And then a girls' night to get the girl bonding going. And then a workshop, some kind of education to help you with life or business or whatever the need is of the region we're going to.
Because it's about integrating your life.
Absolutely.
Almost like with health, a holistic approach to life.
Yes, and it should be the same everywhere you are.
And this, I see Sandy's joined us. Sandy was one of the other presenters, and she did one on Freedom Crab Nation, which is really fabulous. You guys need to check that out. Anything else about 100 Coffees? So we brought, in honor of 100 Coffees, we brought our coffee mug. So in your coffee mug, we have coffees online, right?
Yes.
So how do we connect?
We connect once you're in the group. We literally Zoom call, messenger, phone call, anyone from around the world. We're global. So you can, at any point of the day, say, anyone available for a coffee? And we can just call you up and encourage you, brainstorm. If you've got an idea, you want to practice with somebody, that's what we do. And everyone is very giving of resources and time, and just a very loving group, very accepting.
So that would also help the family also.
Absolutely.
Not only would it help the ladies, but also within their own family unit.
Yes, we're not stealing them away from their husbands and their kids.
everybody.
In fact, most of the time we have children crawling all over us as we're meeting. And we love that. And our kids get to know each other, and we love that. And our husbands get to know each other. So, yeah, at our
I knew
family
Hannah
time-
long before I actually met her in person.
Yes, she's kind of our mascot. Everyone, when she's not with me, they're like, "Where's Hannah?" So, yeah, she's just as much a part of 100 Coffees as I am. So.
Yeah.
Every
So-
once in a while, I kind of pop in and say hi.
Yes, we get to see Ray too. Yes, and I love that. I love that. we
And
do
your
that.
husband Randy pops in.
He does.
So there were a few ladies that came this weekend that I've been part of 100 Coffee since March of last year, and it seems like eons ago, yet it seems like yesterday. But women I have developed relationships with over the past year, and we met in person for the first time, and it was awesome to meet in person and to be able to give real live hugs.
Yes.
But it was like we'd known each other, and we just, when I have a few friends, I think one of them was online, my friend Karen. We've known each other for 44 years, and we don't see each other often, but when we do, it's like we pick up where we left off, and that's how I felt with this group of ladies. We just
Yes.
picked up.
People have to actually remind me, Angela, I've never actually met you before. I'm like, what do you mean? We talk all the time. And they're like, I've never been in the same room with you. I'm like, how is that possible? Because I truly feel like I know every single member.
So what's next for 100 Coffees?
This year we are coming local, so we are really working towards coming out to where our members are and meeting their needs, whether it's personal or business, and creating those bonds locally, so you get that face-to-face time.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we could be coming to a town near you, or
Yes.
somebody on the leadership team could be
Yes.
coming to a town near you.
Yeah.
So how do they connect with 100 Coffees?
100coffees.org will give you all of our information, and follow the Join Now button, and you can come on into our group for about less than a cup of coffee a month. You can have access to us.
But you have blitzes.
We have blitzes, we have speed networking online, we have mixers online. Everything you do in person at networking meetings, you can do online.
And members can take a turn coming on and sharing a little bit about their life. And
Yes, we spotlight our members. We let you take over our group for a whole week and talk about whatever you would like to talk about. If you have a crafting passion and you want to teach us to craft, come on in.
I think I'm supposed to do that this week.
Oh, lovely.
This week or next? I should look
figure
at my
it out. Look at the
calendar.
calendar.
Unfortunately, I have to say that this is the end of the
Are you going to be
our show.
Are you going to be the person again that makes us
I
say
guess
goodbye?
so.
But I want to leave you with this. Do you have a last
No,
thing?
go ahead.
So the name of the show is Chew on This, and we want to leave you with something to think about every single time. And so what would it look like in your world if you truly figured out who you were, how you operate in the world, how your spouse was created to be, how your children are created to be, and you operated out of that every time. So I challenge you to go out, figure out, connect with Angela or somebody to figure out what your personality is, celebrate that, live into it, and go live life to its fullest.
And go chew on it.
Yeah, chew on that. Till next time.
Yes, thank you for
so
watching.
much for being with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Scott, as always. We so appreciate you joining in. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.